12 poetry terms put together by Maria Morales.
The first poem is She Walks in Beauty, and in lines 1 through 6 we see an example of extended metaphor, which is the continuous example throughout a series of sentences of a comparison of two things. In lines 1 through 2 there's an example of personification, which is giving objects human-like qualities, and also the meter is given here in lines 1 through 6, and it's A, B, A, B. In line 18 there's an example of a synecdoche, which is a substitution of a whole thing. The second poem is The Lamb, and in lines 1 through 2 the lamb is being addressed as a human, like the poet is talking to the lamb as if he understands him, so this is an example of an apostrophe. Also in line 14 this is an example of an allusion. This next poem, The World is Too Much with Us, in line 4 there's an example of a paradox, which is something that's opposite of what it actually means. I Wandered Lonely as a Cloud, in line 9 this is an example of a hyperbole, which is an exaggeration. Lines 22 to 24 the wordsmith imagines the dandelions, the daffodils in his spiritual vision, which is a metaphor of an inward eye. His heart dances like a person. In The Chimney Sweeper, in line 3 there's an example of onomatopoeia, which is a word that imitates the sound of something, so we can see that here in example 4. The last is The Note to a Nightingale, and in line 9 we see an example of assonance, which is the repetition of similar vowel sounds and stressed syllables. In lines 7 through 8 there's an example of a simile, which is comparing the shape of and number of daffodils to the band of stars that we call the Milky Way galaxy.